Bismillah. An introductory to database management system. In short, we call it DBMS. We call it DBMS. Using MS Access or Microsoft Access, another application that is Access to create your database. Keep in your mind, this is by itself, it is a question inside the exam. حتى هذا الاختصار could be a question inside the exam. Expand DBMS or what is the full form of DBMS. يعني صيغة السؤال ممكن تأتي من ناحيتين. Okay. So if you find DBMS, that means if they written full form or expand, اثنيناتهم معنى ذلك المصطلح الكامل لهذا الاختصار. المصطلح الكامل لهذا الاختصار Database Management System. Okay, we need an introduction before we get inside. We have some introduction to that, but keep in your mind, from this title you have to get something. Plus, yani, since you heard or you are reading this title, you have to get something in your mind. Database here بنسميها قواعد البيانات, and keep in your mind it is very huge data. Very huge data. Actually, it is a storage. It is a storage. مستودع للبيانات. Okay, so huge storage of data inside this database. دائما وابدا قواعد البيانات تحتفظ بأكبر قدر ممكن من البيانات بداخلها. Just keep in your mind the database record of Omantel. يعني Omantel هذه عندها كم من المستخدمين, وقد يكون في مستخدم عنده أكثر عن رقم. Okay, so that is data. So this huge data, it needs types of management. It needs types of management, controlling, إدارة لهذه البيانات, and preferable to be it will be impossible. It will be impossible to manage it manually. فيها استحالة من إدارتها بصورة تقليدية واعتيادية. لذلك the people they are running behind the electronic systems. لذلك الناس يلجؤون ليش؟ يلجؤون إلى تطوير تطبيقات قواعد البيانات. تطوير قواعد البيانات بيحتاج له an application. So the application of developing database, that is MS Access an example, but there is many. العديد من التطبيقات أو نسميها database software كثيرة وايد مرة. خلاص, لكن as example we have what we have MS Access, and this is especially for the students purposes and the small organizations. بالنسبة للمؤسسات الصغيرة وبالنسبة لاستخدامات الطلاب. Okay, that's it. But the idea is common. الفكرة العامة هي ثابتة. الفكرة العامة هي ثابتة. حتى مثلا إذا حد later on migrate to any database software, simply because the concept and we are going to get inside it right now, it is common. المفاهيم الأساسية بالنسبة لقواعد البيانات وبالنسبة لبرامج أو تطبيقات قواعد البيانات متشابهة. لذلك to move between any software to another, it is not that big a deal. مثل ما معكم مثلا الحين Office 2007, some people they have 10, some others they have 13, and you could manage the task within 16. It doesn't matter, because you have the general idea, the general concept of these things, right? So now let us move ahead. We have set of terminologies اللي هي مصطلحات. We need to find the difference between data and information. At the beginning, everybody, if I'm asking what is the data, he can say that is information. What is the information? You can get back to what? To data. But they are different. They are vary. Data and information. في فرق ما بين database, ما بين الداتا وما بين information. Some people they call it data. هل في فرق ما بين البيانات والمعلومات؟ Anybody can answer this question? هل هناك فرق ما بين البيانات والمعلومات؟ Anybody؟ ما الفرق ما بين البيانات والمعلومات؟ What is the difference؟ ما الفرق؟ نعم. What is the difference between data and information؟ حد يقول لنا. Try please. Are you with me؟ عزان. رونق. What is the difference؟ Are you there؟ معتز.
Yes, Mr.
وإيش الفرق بين بيانات ومعلومات؟
I don't know.
Just try. Your name, data or information؟ اسمك معلومة ولا بيانة؟
Information.
What about you؟ منى عبد الله. Your names, data or information؟ Just write your name. Is it data or information? Just write. You have to write one of two. Data or information. Guess what I want from you? One word. اكتبوا. سارة.
Yes, I think data is raw and information are processed.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Sarah. Then anybody? مجرد الاسم هذا عبارة عن بيانات أو معلومات؟ Okay, never mind. What Sarah said is very correct. Data is raw. Raw بمعنى خام. بمعنى you cannot get full idea about it. While the information first of all comes from data. المعلومات تأتي من بيانات. خلاص. لذلك المعلومات تأتي بعد تدقيق وتمحيص ومعالجة للبيانات. So after that we can say this data became an information because all the related things connected with this data. أن تم البروسيسنج مالها. معتز any name any number Okay, so that is not it is a data. أي اسم أي رقم عبارة عن data. So because if I said معتز, who's معتز? What do you mean? Whom معتز you are mentioned? This is my colleague with me in my office right now. He's another one in the admin building. My friend outside. He's my student. We cannot guess, right? Unless we get a complete data about Mu'taz, then we can say Mu'taz is an information. Mu'taz is a student in IT level 2 in Brahim University and the rest of the things. وضح لكم. لذلك, so there is from this moment you have to know that there is vary between data and information. Data is a pure fact. Pure fact بمعنى حقيقة مجردة. Yes, there is names for us as a human, نعم. And even for the things, this is a computer, this is a laptop, this is mobile. خلاص في حقيقة ماثلة وواقعة اللي هي تسمى data. Okay, like any names, any number. And when that have been kept in a meaningful and understandable way, it became an information. لما نحطها في تصور مكتمل, meaningful and understandable, بعدها الواحد يستنتج شيء, then it becomes an information. Which called processing of data. يعني كيف نحصل على المعلومات من البيانات. Keep in your mind this word as Sarah said, processing. process يعالج, processing المعالجة. لذلك نقول ايش؟ نقول انه البيانات او المعلومات تأتي من البيانات بعد المعالجة, او معالجة البيانات تؤدي الى معلومات. Keep in your mind this process, it requires an application. خلاص خلصين. It requires an application very easily. So I have data. Okay, first data, then an information. So when I will get information from data, when I process data, when it has been processed, lead to whom? It lead to an information. Simply. Plus, when it have been processed, then we will get an information. As simple as can. Even we can write it in a form of formula. معادلة مخلصينها باسم المعادلات. Yeah, yes. So keep in your mind the process of this data will be done through an application, any application. يعني المعالجة ذات نفسها متى تتم عن طريق تطبيق. حصلنا على تطبيق أيا كان هذا التطبيق, كمثال MS Access, then we will have an information as simple as can. So this is very important point to have it before we proceed to another things. طيب, let us move to a database. Okay, what we mean by a database. All are within the same and under the same umbrella. If I said database is a huge data or storage of data, it is correct. The database is a tool when I'm talking about an application, a tool for collecting and organizing information. خلاص. Yes, الغرض الأساسي من قواعد البيانات عبارة عن أداة لتجميع وتنظيم, should be both together, تجميع وتنظيم المعلومات. لأن إذا كانت فقط مجرد تجميع بحيث انه لما نيجي ندور عن معلومه من المعلومات يكون في صعوبه في الوصول اليها، يصير ايش؟ يصير there is no use of this database. ولكن لما تكون مرتبه ومنظمه بحيث انه من السهوله بمكان الرجوع لهذه البيانات، so it will be very easy to collect it. خلاص. If you don't mind, I'm going to write here random. For example, okay, random student ID. I don't know who is he, even is my student or not, I don't know, but this student within our database, UOB database. So I'm going to search and look for these students. Who is he? Maybe she, I don't know. He's with me, she's with me. Again, I don't know. Just when I press enter, so I have to get an idea. So this is a student with us, and this is all the information regarding this student. He was or she was within low list. خلاص، هي من ضمن ايش؟ من ضمن طلاب القانون. So as simple as can, as simple as can. So this done by whom? By the help of this database. Very easily to get back to any information related to any record. Related to any record. فبالتالي البيانات تنظم بداخل القواعد البيانات في صورة record. I will send you the presentation because it is easiest for me to write a comment. خلاص. So over here within this one, these organizations, these collections will be completed in form of record. بيسموه سجل المفردة أيا كانت. يعني إذا if you are talking about human, then for somebody, and if you are talking about things, items, for example, mobiles, cars, whatever. Now even everywhere right now we have a database. So if we are talking about things, then that record for that thing. Okay, database can store information about people, products, orders, or anything else. طيب، من المعلومة الأولى, if you are with me, please write record. And within the second sentences over here, see here, this is a very yes, very reachful information. Okay, so when we talk about database can store information about everything. From here we can lead us to what? Can lead us to database everywhere. So when we say database everywhere, that means database can store an information regarding anything. قواعد البيانات تخزن معلومات خاصة أي شيء عن الأشخاص، عن المنتجات، عن بيسموها الطلبيات، الأوردرز، such way like this. خلاص. So many databases start as a list in a word processing program or a spreadsheet. طيب here, from here, the idea of this data could be in form of database. يعني متى أقيس إنه هذه البيانات ممكن تكون database؟ يعني الفكرة جات من فين؟ الفكرة جات من إنه from a list. That means any list can be transformed or processed as a database. If this list in word processing or if this list in a spreadsheet بغض النظر، أو even it is manual، حتى مكتوبة يدويا. خلاص. يعني في بعض الدفاتر بداخلها بيانات لو نظمت إلكترونيا راح تكون إيش؟ راح تكون database. لذلك الفكرة لقواعد البيانات تأتي من فين؟ تأتي من القوائم. خلاص. So the database grows from where? From a list. دائما وأبدا تأتي من قائمة، تأتي من list، سواء كانت إلكترونيا، سواء كانت paper based، حتى يدويا أو manual أو system تقليدي، بالإمكان نعم لاحقا تحويلها إلى a database. خلاص. See here, this is electronic file, but still it is not a database, because when we say a database we have many things to be in the picture at the same time. لما نتحدث عن database, so we are talking about complete things. If for example I have a table over here, and I hope so. So any table could be a database? No, not any table. A table that processed through this one. This is not a database. Still, it is not a database. Yes, this is a Word sheet or word process file, but still it is not a database, because database it needs many things to be together, put together. Then we will have a database. So we cannot say for any table it is a database. Keep in your mind, not any table is a database. I will highlight all the things for you later, inshallah. So let us move ahead. There is difficulties with this list, that let us call it traditional list. A list is a traditional list. So this list grows bigger لما تزداد هذه القائمة بالطول والعرض, then the data becomes hard to understand in list form. دائما وابدا تؤدي الى ايش؟ تؤدي الى صعوبه في فهم واستيعاب هذه القائمه. And they are limited ways of searching or pulling subset of data out for the view. واصعب من ذلك لما ناتي الى see here, we don't have database. I give you an example over here. Okay, so we have a traditional list, we have an ordinary list. So if I want to get some information out from this list في النظام التقليدي, that means I have to move. Think that I have thousands of records, maybe millions of records. So if I'm looking for somebody, that means I have to move till the where this list or this record. خلاص يعني ادور وابحث لحد ما احصل على ايش؟ على الاسم بالتحديد. There is no mechanism of search. ما في اي آلية للبحث التلقائي مثل هذه. We don't have any mechanism. So I cannot get the information easily. Okay. So when I need a subset جزء من الكامل البيانات. Okay, once these problems start to appear, لما تظهر هذه المشكلة كمان تقودنا إلى شيء أصعب. So we will reach to the we call it so this is the consequences. So we will reach to the maximum limit, الحد الأقصى من التعامل مع هذه البيانات. The maximum limit. So we cannot go beyond that. So this is the maximum. This is the limitation of our database. So we cannot overcome this problem by this way within the traditional list. That is a dead situation. That is a maximum limit. And we need to find some solution to come out from this problem. We need to overcome the problem of the traditional list. So to overcome the problem of the traditional list, then you don't have any way rather than to go for database management systems. So to transfer this traditional list to form of what? To form of a database management system. Like this one, if you are asking about any solution, that is very fastly you will get it as simple as can. Such way, this could be an introduction to our class for today. The difference between data and information, and when this data became an information, and with the help of whom we can get information from data. With the help of whom? من اللي يساعد؟ من اللي خرجنا من البيانات إلى وجود المعلومات هو البروسيس، والبروسيس we call it an application. خلاص جينا لكم من النقاط regard the database. النقطة الثانية والمهمة مرة. خلاص so keep in your mind the database it is a huge storage of data. من بعدها فند المعلومات اللي انت تريد. So it is a huge storage of data. It is a tool for collecting and organizing data. نعم it is. Okay. Store information regard anything. That is why this can lead us to whom? Can lead us to a database everywhere. Why database everywhere? Because it stores information regard anything. People, products, orders, whatever. Okay. So the idea of the database is to start as a list, a traditional list, and I will come to this point. This list, if it is an electronic list or a traditional list, it is still a list. It is not a database. بمعنى any table can be a database. We can call it a database. Of course not. Of course not. Because there is a lot of other mechanisms have to be added to this table. Then it can be transferred, and we can say this is a database. Okay. We have consequences of this list when it grows bigger. لما تتمدد هذه القائمة بالطول والعرض كما قلنا بالطول والعرض بمعنى any list it is a form of columns and tables. Keep in your mind a list it consists of any list consists of two major things. That is, in fact, columns and rows, or columns versus rows. Yes, it is. Plus, and simply this, at the end of the day, this list is a table. Yes, of course. لأنه الجدول نفسه مكون من مجموعة أعمدة وصفوف. Yes, of course. So over here, when we say this grows bigger, that means we have or the number of columns have been increased, the number of rows have been increased as well. Then there is difficulties to deal with such list. في صعوبة في التعامل مع هذه القائمة when we need a subset of data. subset جزئية من كامل البيانات المخزنة اللي معنا. خلاص نريد نستعرض جزئية من هذه البيانات regard one record. خلاص so and it will lead us to the dead situation اللي هي كما قلنا انه نقطة اللا عودة. dead situation بيسموها نقطة اللا عودة بمعنى you cannot go beyond that. خلاص وصلت كما يقولون الحد. This is my maximum limit. So then how can I overcome this problem? To overcome this problem, you don't have anywhere rather than to move to a database management system, to move to an electronic systems using an application. Then you can process your data easily. Yeah, yes, it is. So this is our class today. If you have any doubt,